What's going on, everybody? So I just got back from a trip and I haven't seen my pheasants in a few days, until last night that was. I just got back from Colorado. I did some elk hunting there and didn't have any good luck on that, but I do have some bonus footage I'm going to share with you at the end of this video, so stick around for that. But in the meantime, I'm going to give you an update on the pheasants, so let's head on into the barn and have a look at them. So in the 10 days that I was gone for my elk hunt, the pheasants have really grown. I had my mom and grandfather take care of them during that time. They did a really good job. But the amount of size that these pheasants have put on compared to my last video, if you go look at that, that has pretty much doubled or more. They're about the size of like a small game chicken. So let me get this camera turned around and you can look for yourself. So these guys I think are somewhere around 5 or 6 week old now. I can't remember. I just don't remember off the top of my head. But I turned them out into their bigger barn area. They were inside this, which we put in here to grow them out a little bit and kind of get some size on them, get them acclimated to the outdoors. So I opened that up last night, turned off their heat lamp. The temperatures here are around in the 90s and they're not dipping real low. Plus, it's September the 8th today, and I kind of want them to get used to the temperature changes gradually so that whenever it comes wintertime, they're fully used to it and they're not going to just have a real hard time this winter. So, let me see. Look at this guy here. Kind of gives you a size compared to their feeder. That's the same feeder. I had to put that top on there so they wouldn't get down in there and die on me. But a lot of them are around in that corner. I moved them into a bigger space. They're really enjoying it, that's for sure. They got a lot more room. They got some roosting posts in this old chicken barn that I converted into a pheasant pen. So they should be pretty happy. Last night, whenever I first turned them out, they were running around and chasing bugs, eating some spiders, kind of like a little road runner running across there. But I was gonna put their blinders on them, or their peepers, kind of, as some people call them. Just to keep them from pecking on each other. There's a few of them that kind of have some places on their back where it looks like a few feathers have been pulled out, like on that one right there. But when I went to start to do that, the blinders were actually still a little big for some of these guys. So I didn't want to really stress them out too much on that. I thought I'd give them another week. I think I can corral them back in here because at nighttime they find this safety. I think if I turn that heat lamp back on and turn all the lights out, well, I think they'll all go right back in there and I'll have them caught again. And then when they get a little bit bigger, we'll have them blinders on them just to keep anybody from eating somebody else. But they've got quite a bit of room in this barn and they're not all cramped up like they were in there. I just didn't want them to get sick. They're kind of making it messy there, as you can see. So I was just wanting to give a little bit of an update on the pheasants, and we can kind of see how some of them guys are doing. There are some that are pretty good size, getting almost to the size maybe like a guinea. Hopefully before long, some of these males that I see running around in here and start getting some of those bigger adult feathers, kind of get some pretty birds running around. If you have any questions, drop me a comment. If you want to keep seeing more of these pheasant type videos, I'm probably going to keep doing them, so you might as well go ahead and subscribe and get the notifications whenever I put out a new video on it. But in the meantime, I'm going to roll you some bonus footage from my trip in Colorado where we got into some mystery birds, which were actually grouse. So if you want to see a couple of grouse in their natural habitat flying, one of them actually roosts in a giant spruce tree right on camera for me. So I'll roll that for you now.